Good morning, students. In the last lecture, we have discussed about the energy efficiency in electrical system. And in this lecture of energy conservation and auditing, the topic is electrical load management. In the electrical load management is basically various type of electrical load which is managed by the managing companies. So the electrical load is various type, that means industrial load, commercial load, residential load and agricultural load. So now the need for electrical load management. So electrical load management is used for increasing the efficiency of the system in distribution, transmission and generation. So in the particular cases, the load management is a key to saving of energy or energy is efficiently used. So the growth in the electricity is use and diversity of end use segment in time of use has led to shortfall in capacity to meet demand, as capacity addition is costly and only a long time prospects better load management at user end help to minimize peak demand on the utility infrastructure as well as better utilization of power plant capacity. In the state electricity board or central electricity board, use power tariff structure is different. So end user in a better load management through measure like time of use tariff, penalty on exceeding allowed maximum demand, night tariff concession, etc. The load management is a powerful mean of efficiency improvement for end user as well as utility, as the demand charge constitute a considerable portion of electricity billing. From user angle to there a need for integrated load management to effectively control the demand. So the step by step approach for the maximum demand control. So that means first step is load curve generation. So what is the load and what is the generation? So this is draw a curve. Rescheduling of load. It means load is shifted to a particular hour or particular period. Storage of production or storage in process material, or next step is shedding of non-essential load. It means accurate prediction, graphical display, visual and audible alarm, automatic load, automatic restoration, recording and metering. And now fifth point is operation of captive generation and diesel generation set. Captive generation, it means a small type of generation which is used a particular place where electricity, conventional power or electricity is not there. And next is reactive power compensation. Now the power factor improvement and its benefits. So if power factor is good, then our billing is reduced and all systems are working to proper manners and proper ways. In the all electrical and industrial distribution system, the major load are resistive and inductive. So the resistive load are incandescent light and resistance heating. In case of pure resistive load, the voltage V, current I, resistance R relational linearly, that means V is equal to IR and P power is equal to VI. In this case, typically inductive load are AC motor, inductance, furnace, transformer and blast type lighting. Inductive load require two kinds of power: active power to perform a work and reactive power to create and maintain electromagnetic field or maintain the voltage. Active power is measured in kilowatts and reactive power is measured in kilowatt ampere reactive. Sorry, kilovolt ampere reactive. So in the vector sum of active power and reactive power is the total apparent power used. In this, the power generated by the state electricity board for the user perform a given amount of work. Total power is measured in kVA, that means kilovolt ampere, as shown in figure. That means power factor is equal to kilowatt upon kVA, that means active power upon apparent power, that is called cos pi. So in the improving power factor means add the power factor correction, that by adding the correction capacitor to plant power distribution system which is nearby the load. So they act as the reactive power generator and provide the needed reactive power to accomplish kilowatt of work. This reduces the amount of reactive power and thus total power generation by the utility. In this case, the example before and after. So the requirement of power factor is increased in comparison to previous value. In the previous value, the kilowatt power is 812 kilowatt, cos phi is 70, kVAR is 828 and kVA is 1160 and power factor is 0.7. In the next, the power rating is same, but the cos phi, that means power factor, is 0.89. So the advantage of the power factor improvement by adding of capacitor, that means reactive component of network is reduced, and so also the total current in the system from source end. I square or power loss are reduced in the system because of reduction in current. Voltage level at load end is increased. kVA loading on the source generation as load on transformer line up to the capacitor reduce, giving capacity relief. That a high power factor can help in utilizing the full capacity of your electrical system. So cost benefit of power system, the cost of power factor improvement are in terms of investment, need for capacitor addition, the benefit to be qualified for the feasibility analysis are reduced kVA charge in utility bill, reduced distribution loss, better voltage at motor terminal, a high power factor eliminated penalty charges, investment on system facility such as transformer, cable, switchgear, etc. And now next topic is selection and location of capacitor. So selection and location of capacitor is depend on the particular load and particular formula. The particular formula is kVAR rating is required to adding the capacitor is kilowatt rating into tan phi minus tan phi 2. That means tan phi is the trigonometric ratio for the present power factor and tan phi 2 is the trigonometric ratio for the desired power factor. So existing phi 2 is improved and phi 1 is existing. So the alternative is given in the table. So now we are taking an example for the selection and location of capacitor. So by the example, the utility bill shows as average power factor 0.72 with an average kilowatt of 627. How much kVA is required to improve the power factor to 0.95? So the using formula, cos phi is given as tan phi is calculated, cos phi 2 is given as and tan phi 2 is calculated. So the kV rating is P into tan phi 1 minus tan phi 2, so that is equal to 398 kVAR. By using table 1.2, locate 0.72, it is original power which is given in the theory of electrical energy conservation and auditing. In in this case, the read across the desired power factor to 0.95 and multiply by 627 in the average kilowatt by 0.635, that means 398 kVAR. So the installed 400 kVAR to improve power factor 95%. So thank you for listening the video.